see my little babies up there? Here I am. Woo! Hi. Hold on, let's see if I can fix this. Okay, there we go. So I'm trying to use selfie stick here. It's not working very well, but I think this is better because it keeps moving everything. Anyway, so hi guys. Wanted to chat today on Sleep Chat episode 1. I wanted to talk about if your baby only knows how to fall asleep being held or being put into a swing, and something to really look for that you probably have missed. So when little ones are born, you want to recreate their first home, which is in their womb. And usually what you want to do is, one of the factors is, swaddling them, white noise machine, things like that. So when you have to rock them or hold them upright, it's normal because they're in the process of when they, come out into the world, as you want to make sure that you are recreating their first home. They are, rocked, moved to sleep. Sometimes even if when you were pregnant, if you just sat down and, they were going bonkers inside your belly, that if you just kind of patted a little, giving them a little push, sometimes that they would fall asleep just from the help of the movement. So when they get older, that's normal to do that. Now, if you notice that at a certain point, usually before 4 months of age, children are, there's no type of associations that you can create. So it's fine to, rock them, to hold them and place them to bed. So then that's fine. It's healthy to do that. Now, when they get a little bit older, that's when associations start to happen. But one thing that I want you to notice is, before even talking about the association process, is when you're placing them down, do they start flipping out, especially after they had a feeding? Because if that is the case and they have to be in an upright position, like on an elevated mattress or the swing where they're elevated up, or if they're being held and if they're gassy, I would want you to check with your pediatrician to see if there is any type of silent reflux. And silent reflux is different than visual reflux, physical cues that you would be able to see, like spitting up severely. If there is a silent reflux, it's, they might have like a little, they might go like that, like something gross like that, because they might have the acid that might be in their throat. They might start to scream when you put them down on a flat surface, which is a big cue when a child has silent reflux. Also, depending on how you gave birth, that could also be included in that too. So one of the things is that I usually recommend, if you do think that your child has silent reflux, to speak to your pediatrician, but also a pediatric chiropractor helps significantly as well. They do a lot of work. It's not like they crack the back or anything like that. Don't be nervous. They would do some cranial pieces, like massaging and opening up all the sectors that might be creating any type of a blockage for the baby. There's several doctors that I do highly recommend. So if you are looking for one and you live in New York, feel free to PM me, or you can email me at itsme@achievewithcarolina.com, and I will love to share my resources with you. Hi, I see we have a viewer. Say hi in the comments so I can say hi to you. Also, so to continue, when you, if you do feel that they might have silent reflux, make sure that you take care of that, because it's very significant to do that. Now back to the holding, and to see if when you are holding your child, that when you're placing them down, it does take some time for them to fall asleep. So if they did get accustomed to that and they are past the age of 4 months, what you would want to do is create some sort of a plan for yourself. If your goal is for them to sleep independently and to learn how to self-soothe themselves when they do have a night waking or during naps. So create a plan for yourself. Stay consistent with it. Usually I get some parents that would mention to me, oh, I've tried this, I've tried holding them, and then I put them down when they're drowsy but awake, and then they pop up, and then, or I put them in the crib halfway and they don't fall asleep, they just flip out, and then they come up even more, wake up even more, and then it just takes forever and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But then my simple question is, how long are you in the process of actually repeating that and staying consistent? So think about it. You've been consistent up until this point to be placing your baby down for, in a specific way. So they know that in order for me to fall asleep, I need this, this, and this to happen. So once these pieces are aligned, then I can fall asleep. Now, when you start something new, children hate change. So when you start a new regimen or a new routine, you need to stay consistent with it. One day hit wonder is not going to work for you. You want to make sure that you're staying at least 5 days to 2 weeks. So roughly a week to 2 weeks, ideally the longer that you stay consistent with it, making sure that it's complementing your child's behavior, that you will achieve your goals. Now, if you're having some difficulties coming up with a plan on how to gradually wean your child off from the rocking or from the holding and have them sleep independently, I'm always here for you guys. So feel free to PM me, or again, you can email me, or let's schedule a little chat. You can call me as well. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for you. And you shouldn't go through this alone. So just by creating a easy plan that benefits your child's behavior, goes by your parental philosophy, and also incorporates what you are currently doing, just with an exit strategy. That's very simple. And that's really what you would want to do to achieve your goals that way. So the first part, just to recap, the first thing is, if you feel as though your child, when you're holding them and then they start flipping out, and it's not just a behavioral feature, that something else is kind of, medically in the process of it. So what you would do is speak to your pediatrician, and then I would also advise to look into a pediatric chiropractor as well. And then 2 is to eliminate the association, just to stick with a consistent plan that you would have, and continue on with using it. Again, your children have been used to what you are currently doing for quite some time, so you have been consistent with it. If it's not working for your family anymore, then creating a change is beneficial for everybody in a positive direction. So you would ideally want to do that by working on their behavioral as well and complementing that. Okay, so that's all my news for today, my tips. So I will talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.